Sergeant? Yes, sir. I had a little bit of a situation. The man, two men in leather.
Come over here so I can hear you.
Yeah, my name is Michael.
Jamie, come over here.
Yeah. There are two men in leather jackets who kicked our equipment and start to shove, kind of push us away, come at us in a threatening manner, which I have on video. And I called because it looked like it was escalating and potentially could have been more violent.
Do you know the guys?
No, I don't know who they were. They were wearing these leather jackets, and so the police arrived after I called 911, and I ended up pointing them out to some officers on bicycles.
Okay.
And then the man saw me, and he comes after me in front of your officers, starts grabbing at the camera, threatens to punch me in the face, starts shoving me, and the officers did nothing. The one officer, I don't know if he was an officer or what, but he pulled up in front with the bicycle to separate him from coming at me, and then they let them go on their way. And then I said, listen, I've been through this. I've talked to Detective Corman about this type of reaction where, basically...
You've been getting throughout you've come up here before, though?
This is the second time that this has happened, where Labor Day, we had a situation where the business owners took our equipment, throwing it over the
This Labor Day?
Yeah. Throwing it over the boardwalk. And the officers were there, the yellow shirts. They're throwing it over, and the yellow shirts are helping us. And then these guys walk away.
You know what the problem is? That is they're probably class 1s, our guys on the bikes, but have powers of arrest. That's probably what happened.
Well, but even
they have
when
their info, though, I think they took their information, right? Was that before?
One of them got arrested, but the problem was that there was last Labor Day.
Okay.
There was no action that was taken that showed that, listen, you can't do this, in front of the yellow shirts. The yellow shirts should have reported that to y'all, and they said these guys did this, and then they should have been both placed under arrest. Only one was arrested after pressure from me telling Lieutenant Lombardi, listen, Lieutenant Lombardi, your officer saw this happen. It wasn't just a private criminal complaint thing you're trying to get me to do, but your officers actually saw this and someone should talk to them, and they should be, held responsible. Well, the similar thing happened tonight. I come down here. I was threatened to be punched in the face. They assault me in front of the officers.
They threatened you, or they did?
He threatened to punch me in the face.
Yeah,
the guy in a leather jacket and a white hat.
Okay.
I pointed him out and said I'd like to press charges against him. The reason
harassment.
Yeah, harassment. The threatening remark he made, and nothing was done. They let him go. And then I said, officers, I don't understand what's happening here. They're walking away from this. And I said I already talked to the chief and others about this type of thing, and so they go after them, and then I'd like to get their information, but they still went on their way, and nothing was done.
Right, well, I'll talk to them, and I'll get you a case number so you can fucking sign a complaint on for it. They better have something. They better have a name or a case.
They said they got that information. They were going to give me a case number.
You are? You have it? Okay, good. So who was the guys that were doing it?
Mateki.
Okay. Well, Mateki do a report up tonight, and he's going to bring this guy. Actually, have him bring him a case number with it too, so he knows what to reference in the report.
It was Mateki was the one on Labor Day as well. Is the same officer?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about Labor Day. I don't know about Labor Day.
Yeah.
If he comes up, maybe.
But Mateki saw and witnessed this the last time too.
They should.
Shouldn't they? If I want to press charges, if they witnessed it, shouldn't they do it right then and there? Not
what, an arrest? No.
If they witness it,
witness what though?
The assault, the threatening.
An assault? Yeah. I mean, if he's punching you.
And he said he's going to punch me in the face. He didn't punch me, but he said he was going to punch me in the face.
No, he didn't punch you. Then
what if he's shoving me?
If he's shoving you and assaulting you, yes.
That's what happened.
If he's shoving you and assaulting you, then yes.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
I told him. Labor Day with him, with Mateki.
On Labor Day, yes, that happened on Labor Day with Mateki. But it also happened with Mateki down here, where I pointed him out.
You tonight?
I don't know if it was Mateki, but he mentioned Mateki's name. If it was him, yeah, he was the guy that was also out on Labor Day. Okay. The problem is that they let the guys go, and they kept going down.
What about your camera equipment? That's what I'm concerned about.
What's that?
Your camera equipment. You said your stuff got broken?
He kicked the thing to try to damage it. I don't believe it's damaged, however.
I was going to say, because you could add that. You should add that to the report. So
right.
You can,
well, nobody asked me anything, Sergeant. Nobody asked me any questions. It was just more of a, I know you guys don't want to deal with this kind of stuff, and we don't want to deal with it either. We're trying to...
I have no problem with that, man. That's where,
We worked with the Lieutenant Lombardi.
We're living in this great country, right?
Right. Well, yeah, our freedom is important to us. And we were down at the other thing, and the lieutenant came and said something was a little too loud. We turned it down. On Labor Day, he said... He came over, the lieutenant, I said, what level are you comfortable with? He turned it down. We're cooperating.
I appreciate that, man.
The reason we didn't face the business is because we were trying to help him out, because it goes like a V.
Mm-hmm.
So it would go down the boardwalk, and there was a music playing out of another facility, and I walked by, and I showed the owner, and I know he's complaining about that stuff, but I showed him.
I'm not listening to him. Believe me. Hey, listen, just because he works here and I'm a cop, and I don't play that bullshit.
Yeah, I
really
understand.
don't. You're acting more of a gentleman than he was. So I don't care about that. I take people for what they are to me. Man. That's how I do it.
Well, dude, I do respect the police, and I'm trying to cooperate, but when I see that, it just kind of bothers me as a citizen. You're assaulted, and the officers witness it, and just keep going. And
if that's what happened on Labor Day, then that's.
Well, yeah, they were throwing the equipment over the. We're fighting it. It's going back and forth.
Plus, they're breaking your stuff. It's
right.
They shift your stuff. It's pretty clear. If the guys did see that, they should have made an arrest.
Right, and I was just asking, what am I supposed to do? I don't want to be calling 911 or not, but so in any event, we're going to leave at midnight.
Okay. What does your permit say? You're here from what?
We're here till midnight. Okay. We just stay as long as we're free to. We got to drive an hour and a half. I'm from Philadelphia area. We have a couple with us from the area, a local couple here. So our only intention is to communicate our message effectively, to try our very best with these guys. You know what they told me to do?
Would it be easier if you guys could just be cool with each other and just do what you had to do?
I would love that, but these guys are the guy that owns this place. He said he bought out him and another business owner bought out all the permits. So the magician and all the other people, they're thugs. They're like a mafia. They bought all the permits one year so that none of the other people could come out here to do their magic and raise their own money. Because he has 11 shops and he doesn't want anyone. But he told me he bought all the permits out.
That's why they give so many. I didn't even know.
There's
I'm
a
a
limit.
night guy. I don't know that.
Yeah, there's a limit.
There's a limit to them?
Yeah, so that no one else can do it, and that would be unlawful if it was found out that's the case. But that's a dirty trick.
Especially if they don't use them.
Right.
If they don't use them, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, and he admitted that. I have it on video. I'm like, why are you telling me this? But anyway, I'm just telling you to say, this is not a rational person. He's brought his employees to, mock us, and so be it. But
you know that, man. You're used to that shit.
Right. But my only concern and the reason I called is because, these guys were big guys, and they could have really did some harm to me and the equipment. And I just thought when the officers saw that they would immediately act, and maybe they didn't have the arrest authority, but they should have pointed that out to these guys just did this and detain them.
Those guys that they don't carry guns and have powers of arrest. The Matecki guy's the only one who does. He is a class 2, which you can't arrest.
But I thought the detaining would they could
detain him, absolutely. They could detain him.
But it seemed that in the detainment nothing was explained, or maybe they weren't asked.
They should have brought them over there, taken their information. If you want to sign a complaint on them for harassment or whatnot,
yes, sir.
And that's what we do. That's how we handle. No matter who it is, no matter if it's my wife. We're not going to lock someone up on something that either could happen or something that we didn't witness, which is a paid disorderly person's offense.
Right.
So that's the way that works.
I understand.
But, do you have any information for that or not? You said you do.
I'm holding it, but it's Matecki's. I don't know why he gave it to Lamar.
Okay. Would you want that information with the case number? So if you want to sign,
absolutely. But I would like maybe, I don't know, is Detective Corman? Maybe I'll send him the video and I'll say I made it clear that the one guy wanted to press charges because he was the one that.
You have it on video?
Yeah.
Can I see it or not?
Battery's dead.
Oh, I don't want to.
Yeah, battery's dead.
These two guys tonight you're talking about.
I have it on video, and then there was bicycle officers and so on that were there.
But they didn't actually touch you, correct? They didn't actually assault you.
He pushed me. He was pushing me
tonight.
Tonight. He was pushing me and acting in a threatening manner. So I would walk and he would follow me around.
He was actually pushing you?
Right in front of the officers.
Right in front of my guys.
Yeah. He was just getting right up on top of me, threatening to punch me in the. I don't know. Can you threaten to hurt someone, physically harm them? I know people say it all the time, but we're dealing with an escalated situation.
What it is, by statute, as far as like a terroristic threat is what you're concerned.
Yeah.
Do you believe that the threat will be carried out in an immediacy? It all depends on what you think. Like in other words, some woman says, "I'm going to kick your ass," or a guy's not fucking kill you. Do you think at that point the immediacy of the situation he goes
right.
Then that would be your interpretation, which I'm sure if you had the camera, whatnot, the guy's coming after you, then it's
the guy coming after me, the threatening manner, and then the actual thing.
I was eating when this was
tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, I came down here and we stopped the prospects, but we were not here first.
No problem. I just want to ask you.
Do you know who responded? There was the two leather jacket guys, the one with the white hat. Were you there when that happened? Oh, you all were. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, what happened?
Well,
we rode by and they told us to get those two guys, so we went there and talked to them.
Okay.
But we were trying to find out what was going on.
But do you remember he said he's going to punch me in the face, and then he came after me, and you put the bicycle in front of him as he... I have the video.
Is that he went on to you because he was pissed because you were filming or something?
Right.
So I went there to stop any kind of confrontation that it may happen, so that's what I did.
But he had shoved me. He was trying to...
I think he grabbed the camera and pushed it away or something like that.
Or were you taping him? You didn't want to be taped or something?
Well, I was away from him, and I was backing up. Just to document what was happening, but I was trying to point them out, and I wanted to press charges against the one with the white hat because he said he was going to punch me in the face and he was threatening me, and I just don't want people to think that they can do whatever they want to us down here. I'm just concerned about escalating circumstances where they see the police, oh, well, these guys shoved him and threatened to punch him in the face, but they walk away.
Who's got their info? You guys have it? All right, well, give it to one. Have him do a...
They're my classmates.
Yeah, all right. Have him do an IR on it. Give him a case number in case he wants to press charges on these guys. He's got the information. And second, you don't come around. Let's talk to him.
Yeah.
You know, the way, I mean, it's over now. It's kind of stupid. But,
right.
You know, if you next year, if you come down here before, you know, and you know what you're going to be up here, man. I mean, you know, give me a call. You know, I'll be more than happy to have you guys here.
Okay.
You know, make sure that I don't want to shut it.
No,
anyway, you know.
I understand.
I mean, just like you spoke to Lieutenant Lombardi.
We just don't want to take you away from your other responsibilities.
I can have my guys just watch, you know, make sure nobody's fucking with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys, listen, you have a right to be here. You got, you legally put in for your paperwork. You're not a douchebag. You're a smart guy. I don't have a problem with that. You know?
Well, we're willing to, even work with the police, and if you want us in another spot, we're willing to do that too. But
I appreciate that. You don't have to do that.
He's got 11 different things. I was telling him earlier, the business. I said, what about all these other business owners? You had 11 places. They got maybe one. Maybe they don't want us in front of their place. I mean, the problem is this is a boardwalk. You're competing for their attention, and we want their attention as well. But you're not more valuable than us. And
I mean, you know what I mean. And also, you got to think. You got businesses that have been here 30, 40 years. I mean, they're going to get a little bit of preferential treatment. I mean, by buying 11 permits.
He has 11 shops.
No, he has 11 shops.
11 shops. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, what I'm saying is it stands to reason that by probability we may end up, if we choose another spot, in front of another shop. So we're trying to, mix it up. Sometimes we're there, sometimes we're here.
You only did this last year, you said, in this year?
No, I've been here for 3-4 years now.
Didn't one year you guys went up to the Boulevard or something or somewhere?
Oh, you know where we were in front of a bar?
Right?
Yeah, there was a bar that was outside. Yeah, we were outside on the sidewalk.
I remember that for some reason. Was it too busy?
It was too loud,
right?
And it was...
it was busy then.
It was busy. Yeah, it was busy.
I remember that. Did that work out for you over there? Or was it
that night it was good. We got to talk to people. We got, that's our goal, is to be able to communicate with people. And people are hurting. Yeah. We have people. It's not like what we're doing doesn't have any results. I mean, there are people that come up to us who need a good, word. They need encouragement.
What church you with?
We're from different churches.
All different churches?
All different, from different states and different places.
I work midnight, so I'm not here during the day.
Oh, okay.
When anybody is, I come up, it's like a whole different world up here.
Right.
But I mean, listen, like I said, if you do it, come back next year, maybe, ask them.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be here, I'll be more than willing to come up and make sure you're supportive.
Okay.
I'll have one of my guys, make sure they stand by, so there won't even be a problem when they come up and try to miss your shoot.
That makes sense.
I think that, that's the best way to do it. You see my guys there, they can cut it off before they get started.
Yeah, that sounds good. And in the Third Circuit, the Federal Third Circuit, there was a ruling out of Startzell versus City of Philadelphia that ruled that no one has a right to drown out someone else's speech. These guys are purposely targeting us with their amplification. I know Lieutenant Lombardi in the past had dealt with that.
That was through U.S. District Court? It was federal?
Yeah, federal lawsuit. What ultimately the Third Circuit said is that no one has a right to drown out someone else's speech. In other words, they can't, I can't point my speaker into their business.
Intentionally.
Right, with the intention of drowning. And that's, the video showing they're mocking us, and they're not trying to attract. They were saying frog bog, but then they were saying mocking God and all this. And they have every right to say whatever they want, but at the same time, if they're pointing it right at us, then we have that issue. We don't have our speaker pointed at them, and we would never do that in terms of, trying to drown out what their business is doing. Nonetheless, I don't know what to say, but I think we're finished with midnight. We're leaving, so. We're done.
I have my guys stand by for the rights. Where you guys parked? Parking here somewhere?
We're parked down in a lot down the street this way. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might be good because those two guys in the leather jackets, I don't know if they're going to hunt us down for this video. I mean, they're pretty violent people. I don't know what their history is. Or
we'll do that then. I'll stand by. I'm going to come back here at midnight. When you guys
is it midnight now?
No. It's almost 12?
It's 12:15.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.